Take your heart health seriously. We can also take the time to learn CPR so we can help save a life if needed. National Wear Red Day is also coming up this Friday. That's tomorrow. And here to share what the American Heart Association is focusing on are Devin Sprinkle and Brandy Hunter Davenport. And welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, Devin, let's start with cardiovascular disease and what that looks like in terms of women.
Hey, Bran.
Absolutely. So cardiovascular disease is actually the #1 killer of all Americans, but it's also the #1 killer for women. Women most of the time don't even realize that they are at risk. And also that it can be affected at different stages of a woman's life. Women also are historically not been included in research, testing, and even funding at the same rate. And
Not
so
today.
the good news is that a lot of heart attacks and stroke can be prevented. So we can live longer, healthier lives with some lifestyle changes and education. And that's really why the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women movement started to really meet the needs of women at every age, every stage, and season of life.
Yeah, and still doing that to this day. Brandy, a couple of years ago, a discovery about your heart was made. Take us through that.
Sure. So I joined the board of the Heart Association several years ago, and in joining, it was more so thinking about my loved ones, struggles they had faced in their heart disease journeys, and thinking, what can I do to be of support? And how that has changed for me since I've had my own heart journey now, is I've gone from more being a patient advocate to being more of a peer advocate. Long story short, with me, heart disease will show up in various ways. And what started for me was thought to be indigestion issues that persisted, that resulted in unexplained weight loss, that resulted in a lot of fatigue. There were some falls, and then there was a fluctuating blood pressure rate and a fluctuating heart rate, and many trips back and forth to the ER and the doctor's offices. And eventually, doctor said, Brandy, I think this may be your gallbladder. But before they could remove my gallbladder, my cardiologist said, you need a cardioangiogram. He said we should have done one a while ago. And I said, okay. And so we took that angiogram in January of 25. And the next day on my birthday, they called me and said, we are sorry. We have found 2 blocks in your heart. Your gallbladder has to wait. From there, I went in for a heart cath and a conversation with my surgeon that said, this is the best way to do this. We're not going to stent you. We think and we know that if we complete robotic coronary bypass surgery, we are increasing your chances of life. And on February 14th, I underwent heart surgery.
Wow.
So 1 year next week. It'll be a year since that time, and my gallbladder got removed at the beginning of January. It's been a heavy year of surgeries, but when I say I feel better than I have felt in a really long time,
And you look
I know I
amazing.
did what I had to do to be well.
Yeah, well, it's so important to take this seriously and not to wait. So I'm sure your advice is listen to your body and don't wait.
Absolutely. Listen to your body. Don't wait. Fortunately, I did not have a cardiac event before my blocks were found. Advocate for yourself. And remember, you are the CEO of your health care.
Amen.
And so you and your doctors are a team, and whatever that care plan looks like.
Great way to put it. This is American Heart Month. So, Devin, what are some ways viewers can celebrate and support?
Absolutely. So as you had mentioned, tomorrow is National Wear Red Day. So